he's just like,
Coming up on My Time to Talk.
I know.
That's what we said.
City.
If it wasn't for 3 women, I probably would be speaking from a different entity right now.
So just get a big van with a couple of drugs, just a sprinkle full of drugs in the back of it.
No,
and then just
lead them out.
Like the pipe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get your drugs here.
My good seed, I've done a few.
Oh.
I think the one that stands out the most is I didn't whoop somebody's ass.
Don't whoop that ass, girl.
Let her tell us.
And that
And welcome back to
My Time to Talk.
We're here with Jackie and Real. Reporting live from Birmingham.
Yeah, remember that? Did you have a look at that? That one that Ria sent today?
No.
Of the bus going all the way down the side of the road. Oh my god.
No.
That should be shame, man.
Explain from the beginning. Make it visual.
So, you know where the big Astor is, they've got that kind of little mini highway in Smallleaf. The bus is going on the right lane and obviously there's cars. So I think it's a bus
Middle.
lane.
Yeah.
And the cars are in the bus lane, so he just goes literally just zhoosh all the way
He must
through
have done
the
about
cars.
70 down
Nah,
the
I think
side.
it's a 40 down there,
With
isn't it?
people on the
Was he
bus.
doing 40 though?
It looked like he was doing about 50.
Probably
With people
exactly.
on the bus?
It looked like there must have been.
Must have been.
I don't know. But either way, I don't know whether he was just like, listen,
You
you're
need
in the
to
wrong
watch it.
lane, so beep beep, get out, and just
You are
went for
fired.
it.
Well, it comes to
Or
something.
whether
You
he's
are
on the
so
phone and
fired.
he's not seen and he's just not expecting
Oh, he's just
anybody
like,
to be in that
bun
lane.
this job, bun
I
this.
know.
Well, that's what we said.
Bun this
mate.
city.
You know what I mean?
Sorry, yeah.
That wasn't his good deed.
It's not the only one. There's been some bad crashes.
Yeah.
I know, and that was the thing.
Oh
I
my
mean,
God, did you
like,
see that clip of the Erdington thing? Oh.
what is about the Erdington questionnaire?
Yeah.
What's 4 divided by 2?
4 divided by 2. Fuck it, they put him on the spot. But 4
divided
by 2 doesn't exist. It's not a mathematical number. They just tell you that at school.
So what's the actual answer?
2, you can't divide 1 by 1. You can't. To divide, you have to add. You have to like split and add.
You
What's
should watch the other
happening?
one. You should watch
What's happening to
Erdington.
us?
It was on. It was on.
Not to us.
I think
Yeah,
the
it's to me.
Talk TV.
Well, they're partial,
Where this
so-
guy says what they want to do is come and get a what's it and just dig up Erdington right now because like what is it looking like? Getting like a demolition thing and just mashing it up. Because I'm not joking. It really is bad.
You don't
It
even
really
need to
is
get a
bad. Don't
demolition.
it?
Just get a big van with a couple of drugs, just a sprinkle full of drugs in the back of it,
No,
and then
no,
just
no.
Yeah,
herd
lead
them
them
in.
out.
Just herd
Like the
them
Pied
in.
Piper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get your drugs here. They'd be like, they'd be clear.
True.
Oh,
Very
really?
true.
Don't know where you're gonna put them though. Don't bring them around here.
Oh,
All right.
Yeah, you can have them if you want them.
No thanks. It's fine. I've already got a flat full.
They don't even know one and one makes 2. But anyway, like we are going to discuss the good deed, good seed.
A good seed deal.
Tell us,
We're gonna have a little
Risha.
title here. And then
My turn to talk.
Wait, you're gonna make that happen.
Oh,
yes, it made.
have you seen our cups?
Oh yeah.
My time to talk cups. Oh, that's a bit close, Rish.
Who's gonna start us off?
Well, I would say that I can't because I had a horrendous.
I was gonna say you had Tourette's then. I was like, when did this one come on now? Jesus.
Horrendous couple of 2 weeks. Found out that I had a blood clots on the lungs, and had, if it wasn't for 3 women, I probably would be speaking from a different entity right now. So my good deed, probably my good seed thing, was to actually give some thank you cards to the women that helped God. I've got to say, helped God save my life. So it is a bit non plus. But that has been my last few weeks anyway. So
no, it's not been non-plus, and it's
Yeah.
very important.
Like
I think
you
the
said,
lesson
yeah,
is to
thank
advocate
God.
for yourself and let
Yes.
yeah, give due where they.
If you don't
Because
think it's right,
at the same
stay
time,
there till you think it's
I
right.
actually had 2 occasions to go to A&E and was told that everything's fine as far as they could see. So it was only 2 nurses taking it one step further and saying, you know what, there's definitely something going on. So we're going to go and give you another test and another test. So, like sometimes because you know your body, you need to keep going and going. Because like I actually had, as you probably remember from our last time on here, I had 2 journeys to and from Jamaica, which I could have actually probably passed away. Because if you've got blood clots going on, as you probably know, it's not exactly congenial with going on flights. So I can honestly say thank you, the ladies, the nurses.
God
We
bless
can
good
say what we
nurses.
like about the NHS,
No, but the nurses
I would
are
say
the
that
heart
they
of
went,
NHS.
They're amazing.
they went the extra mile, and
Amazing.
thank God for nurses that
Thank
go
God
the
for
extra
nurses.
mile, because there is some doctors that
Yeah.
don't. They think once they do their job, it's all over. And
And I think it's important to just say that, especially with black women, they look at you like, what's your problem, basically. I've
Yeah.
told you you're all right. So I don't know whether they think we're scrounging for drugs or what it is, but there is this underlying and inherent thing,
that we can take a little pain.
that our pain threshold is, or it's fine for us to be in pain. So I just wanted to add that in there, to just be aware of that, especially black women. Like,
Yeah.
don't let them palm you off. If you feel like you're in pain, if you feel like something's not right.
And it could possibly be
Keep
that
going.
our threshold is higher, but that means that when we then say
You're
it's now
already
time,
at the
no,
detrimental
I'm actually
Yeah.
in pain. That means that I've already dismissed it enough times
Yeah.
to know that this is actually something.
Listen,
Without
Yeah,
like,
without
already just
bothering
carrying
you
on.
lot
Yeah,
twice.
I'm not trying to be on this phone at 8 o'clock battling
Yeah.
flipping the whole of the northwest east sort of thing.
I mean, I came into the hospital and they said to me, it is an 8-hour wait. It was like, it could be a 12, it could be a
that's how they
15-hour
put
wait.
you off,
I
yeah.
cannot go home in this state, you know what I mean? And as I said, it's just as well that I did stand my ground and get the treatment that, was necessary. But as I said, that was probably the good seed, was to acknowledge the 2 nurses that actually went above and beyond.
and I bet they'll appreciate that as well, because
Yeah.
obviously they don't get a lot of recognition, and
No.
sometimes the pay is not always enough. So it's nice when people actually come back and you see them healthy and happy, and you know
Yeah.
that you've helped with that. So
And yours is?
So I've started a new job recently, and in my induction, one of the people who were like showing us around lost a charm for her Stanley Cup. So obviously it was just like a dismissive comment really, but then at some point it was like 9 o'clock at night and I was in bed and I was like, I should just get her a charm. And it was like £3, and then I went in and just gave her the charm. She's like, oh, I was like, oh, I've got something for you, and she's like, okay. Like I was like, I know it's
We've only
creepy,
just
right?
met.
And I did say that exactly, but like I was like, yeah, I'm just that type of person. I am gonna let you know, yeah, it is creepy, but that is just how it is. I thought about not getting it, but yeah. So and she was like, oh my gosh. And it turns out there was 2 in there, so it's like $1.50 each. Really, it's not anything.
put a smile on someone's
Yeah.
Yeah, so she popped on her cup.
Might have been better if you
$12.
bought her another Stanley Cup.
I'm not gonna buy it. Are you mad?
I hear that they're all the
This is
rage
dismissive.
in America at
These
the
are
moment.
dismissive things. These are things where it's like, you know, thought that counts.
Yeah,
things.
exactly.
This is like picking daisies
Exactly.
out of the garden and giving it to your mothers. For all the things they do. Because we missed Mother's Day. And there's 3 mothers sitting here.
Actually.
So I also went to sorry to double up. I also went to get a pedicure, and one of the women there, well, the woman who owns the place was basically talking about how it was Mother's Day and her mum, her kids hadn't done anything for her in the morning.
You paid for a pedicure? Oh, Reece, that's so cute.
Absolutely. She works there.
Oh, right,
She knows how to do it. Are you mad? No, I tipped her.
Okay.
No, with advice.
You said not monitor it. I was gonna say
with advice.
She was like, "Fuck your advice. Give me the money."
She got money too.
Oh my god! What was the advice? I'd like to know now.
So the advice was, she was saying,
throw them kids out. They're ungrateful. God damn it! Not even a card.
I did also like go in and be like, I'm sorry, she didn't what? They did what? But yeah, no, she was basically saying, because she's obviously from a different culture, she was like, she was saying how like the kids are born here, but she wants them to embrace her culture, but also embrace like being like British and all that stuff. So like she knows that when she says things in her culture, if she said something like, oh no, don't wait for me with food, as the kids you would still wait for the mum out of respect because you want to eat, you know that they would wait, but because they've been born in this culture, like
it's literal.
They're just like, oh, okay, like crack on, start eating, and she's looking like, what are you doing, sort of thing. So she gets upset, sort of thing. So I was like, okay, well, my advice would be, like, as women, I feel like sometimes we do expect things without ever having said that we actually wanted them.
Yeah.
So when we do this off the cuff thing where it's like, don't worry about Valentine's Day, but really in your heart you're like, buy me flowers,
I'm not
propose
joking.
again, like do the most, like still, even though I've said it, like I didn't mean it, sort of thing. Like voice that, say that, like babe, this is how I want to be treated, this is exactly what I need to do, or like kids, this is when mummy's saying these things, she don't mean it. Do you know what I mean? Like, you need to treat me like a queen. That's it. Treat me like a queen. How you would imagine like a queen to be treated. I want that treatment from you because I do these little things, and I know that you like sometimes like I feel like I realized a lot more of it when I became a mom. The little things that like go just like by the wayside, sort of thing. So I said that to her as well. Because she's got 2 daughters. But yeah, I've just basically said, kind of just
teach people how to treat you.
Absolutely, and that's what I said. Like, just
teach people how to treat you.
I'm sure your kids love you and they do respect you, but because they're now in this British thingy, you have to say, in my culture, this is how it runs, and this is why. Like, it doesn't mean that I love you any less if you disregard it. It's just a case of like, I want you to show me some love sometimes because I love you with all my butt.
What?
My butt's bigger.
I think they did say heart.
My butt's bigger.
But what was your good seed?
My good seed, I've done a few.
Oh.
I think the one that stands out the most is I didn't whoop somebody's ass.
Don't whoop that ass, girl!
Let her tell us.
And that was a good
time to
seed. Deed, believe me.
And what was the scenario?
The scenario was something happened at school with one of the kids, and I'm not going to get into the comment because I'm not going to get into the comment
because you'll start Risha off again.
Something happened at school, and obviously I've gone in, done my thing with the head teacher, and then I saw the parents of the child in the reception area as I was coming out, because they were obviously being brought in. And as I've gone out, I can just see this woman like smirking, and I don't know if it's one of them nervous smiles, you know. But either way, I was just like,
she needs to learn to
It's not a
correct her
smiling
face.
situation.
it wasn't a smiling situation, and obviously I've come out on you need to teach your child some effing manners. So I wouldn't be smiling if somebody said that to me about my child. So it goes to just show you basically like the kind of mentality of the people that you're dealing with. So yeah, I held my cool, I cussed them out and carried on walking, and that was my good seed.
And that is a very good seed deed, actually, because, like, you know, it could have been turned round. If it was turned round and the situation was her child, that could have been a whole new story, you know what I mean? Like, oh no, we can't have her back in the school because she was very rude or something like that. And, you know, she upset little Tommy or whoever. Do you know what I mean? Like, so not making it go any further is a good seed time, because like you could have actually
I could have tumped her in her mouth right there
and then you'd be in prison.
No, I don't care. But obviously I do care, but my point being, it was worthy
it was
of that at the time.
I think
but
that's
yeah, I
larger
think
than
that is the whole point.
sometimes
And
it
it's
is that's your good
swallowing, sometimes swallowing it is the hardest thing to do, guys.
Absolutely.
So,
Don't give them your energy, even though you want to give them the energy.
But you know, when it's like, you know, the certain people that you can reason with, do you know what I mean? So you know that there's certain parents, we've all been there, there's certain parents, you know, you could speak to them in the playground, you can have a reasonable conversation, and it's all going to be jiggy. There's other parents that you're just like, there is no point. There's just no point, because it's like, they're just staring at you like, do you know, and it's going in one ear and out the other, do you know what I mean? Because they can't control their child anyway.
But actually, the thing that I would say about that situation, because we've got to remember that there's a lot of things that children say is something that they heard from their parents. You've got to remember that children only reiterate something that they've heard, or because some things that they say, apart from like, can you give me my toy back or something, is going to be something that they've got to have heard, because it wouldn't come in their mind to say or something like that has actually said that. And that's what even hurts even more, because you're bringing that child up to be something that they probably would never have been or said or done, you know.
Well, you're bringing that child up to get a frigging ass whooping as well.
Yeah.
That's another thing, because you ain't gonna be there all the time. So when they're going in the streets and then they're gonna say these same rhetorics or whatever it is, whether it's being rude or, do you know what I mean? Like, you're setting your child up for a fall, because I know a lot of men especially, and women, but men especially, there's this whole thing of they want their kids, they want their boys to be rude and to be like, tough, especially towards black kids. So if your child is like white or Asian, like I've noticed, there's this inherent thing of, no, don't stand for that. Like, you show them. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? So it's breeding something in them that is not necessary, because we're not raising our children to be that way. Do you know what I mean? It's a fear that's just inherent and it's ingrained.
We don't have to.
So therefore, when we walk with confidence and we walk with thinking, and we're loud and we're, you know what I mean? They see as a threat. And they see as like we're trying to take something that is theirs,
and it's unkillable.
So that's where that kind of comes from.
Yeah, but the thing is that it's unkillable. Like if you're going on the whole history of black people as a whole unit, as a culture, like across the board sort of thing, you're gonna see so much resilience that we don't even have to use the the thingy. We don't have to use the muscle or the strength that we know that we inherently have either now. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Because we can just do it with our words and our actions.
Very
And
true.
we can stand on, next time there will be an ass whooping, and that's how it's going to stay, because there won't be a next time.
There might be a next time.
Yeah, there's not going to be a next
You
time.
know, you've been warned.
But I'm not giving you, I'm not even bothering to give them the energy no more.
Because you don't let
Not
it
giving them
change
the
your
energy.
character, and that's one thing
Yeah.
that I've learned over the years, because obviously I am very fiery in that respect. But it's just reeling it back now, do you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
it's knowing when to fight, it's knowing what to say, when to say it, how to say it, do you know what I mean? That's what comes with maturity, that's what comes with age.
And that's it. I'm not even wasting my time having this argument with trying to convince you that we're majestic and we deserve respect and all that stuff. I'm just going to show you why I'm majestic and I have respect. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's it. Keep trotting on. You stay there in your dirty, stupid ways.
For real, for real. And
Next
that,
time we'll pop you in the jaw.
we don't advocate violence, but
There's a time and a place.
it is our time to talk.
There's a time to talk.
So, what annoys you? What the kind of thing did you do this week that you would say it was a good scene day or a good scene?
Oh, yeah, to bring
week?
it back to the goodness. I did make you a couple of meals, bought you over for
did?
Mother's
Oh.
Day, did the picking up, dropping off, so yeah.
Oh, baby.
Tried to even out the crud.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
So
as I say, it's
let us
like
know
they're
in
gonna
the
tell us.
comments.
They
What
can
do
tell
you
us
think?
what they like. My colour takes me anywhere I want to go. I'm sorry. I don't care if you don't like black. Black to me is
Black,
okay.
black,
Black, black, black, black, black, black, black, black. It's.
my time to
Have you seen our cups?
You said that one.
In together. In together.
You're gonna chip it.
In.
No,
in
otherwise you'll be
together.
sending them back.
Just go in. Just go in together.
Yay!
Okay. Alright, my
My
time.
time to die.
And fade out.